Hello, everybody. It's the Website 101 podcast, Lunch Bytes. That is a podcast for people who want to learn more about building and managing websites. We're about to start season 9, so stay tuned for that. This is our live YouTube thing we do about twice a month, where we just talk about stuff for half an hour.
Exactly twice a month.
Isn't it sometimes the odd time?
It's always the first and the third Wednesday.
Yeah, we're not doing alternating weeks. We're doing first and third. So.
Oh, first and third. There's always a first and a third, and that's it. Yeah,
yes,
got it.
Sometimes there's a fifth Wednesday in a month, but we're not doing that.
I don't manage the organization of these events. Amanda does that, as you can probably tell. So I'll just leave that to her. I just show up when she tells me to show up.
Yeah, I go on the Slack channel, and it's like Lunch Bytes, everyone.
Yeah. So that's Amanda Lutz. That's Sean Smith. I'm Mike Mello.
Hey,
We're your hosts.
Hi.
How are you guys today? How's it going?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. Summer is summering.
Summer is summering. I find the summer chaotic and hectic, and this summer has just been too damn hot. I'm always excited for September, and this year is no different.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Earlier in June, I remember seeing a report that we're going to have approximately 30 of the next 60 days be heat warnings. And this was in June sometime, and we had received 5 extended heat warnings before the end of July, and that was the same as we got in all of last year. Yeah. So yeah, it is hotter.
Yeah. Sorry, environment.
Right. Yeah. That's a bummer. Well, does anyone have anything they want to talk about today? I have a few things I wanted to bring up.
I have a couple of small things that I want to mention.
Do you want to go with your small things?
Yeah, sure. So if you're freelancing or a solo company, you probably take payments with Stripe or PayPal or whatever. I just got into Wise transfer payments. And I got this because I got a new client based out of Belgium, and they wanted to pay in euros, and they recommended it because they also use it regularly. It took a little bit to get set up, but the fee structure is so much better than Stripe. Stripe is 2.9% plus a 30 cents or 50 cents every transaction, right? Mm-hmm. This, I did 2 transactions so far, 0.56%. 0.56% to transfer.
Wow.
Nice.
And I initiated transfer and got the money same day. No waiting 3 days or a week or whatever that, like PayPal and Stripe do to you. So I'm a big convert. I like it. So yeah, I just wanted to shout out to Wise. They're not sponsoring us, but if they want to, that's great.
Yeah.
Now is this like they only accept payments from the UK in euro, or could Canadian and US clients also use that?
They have a number of currencies around the globe. So you could set it up. Basically, you set up a bank account in whichever currency you want, and then people just do a bank transfer. And then when you transfer to your actual domestic bank here in Canada, that's when you pay the fee. And apparently, if you keep money in your Wise account, they give you interest. I haven't done that yet. And you can get a debit/credit card attached to your account. And I applied for a physical one. And immediately, I got one that I could add to my Google Wallet. But I wanted a physical one because I'm going to Italy next month. And just in case I don't have internet access or I lose my phone or whatever, I want to have a physical one that I can tap. Bonus, now I'm paying for euros and not dealing with FX when I'm traveling.
So then the account that you opened with Wise is in euros?
Yes, I have a euro one, I have a Canadian one, and I'm probably going to be setting up a US dollar one, which will cover all 3 of my regular kind of, transactions with clients. Yeah.
So you say they do a bank transfer, like if a client pays with credit card, I have a client pays with credit card and Stripe handles that. So is that something
Yeah,
that
they wouldn't pay with a credit card then. If your client is not willing to switch to
yeah,
using bank transfers, then just take your Stripe and
yeah,
whatever. But with new clients, I'm going to recommend using this because it's cheaper for me in the end. But
yeah,
if they insist on going with a credit card payment, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna sit there and increase friction for my clients just so I can
yeah,
save 2%. I mean, I want to save the money, but I want to make it easy for them to pay me as well.
yeah. Oh, that's
I
good.
wonder how I wonder how difficult it is for the clients, either a corporate client or like an individual person running an agency. Like, I wonder how difficult it is to set up a bank transfer. Is it the same as just like an e-transfer?
No. E-transfers are uniquely Canadian as far as I understand it, but setting up a bank transfer, it's just getting you know how
Like
you
transit
always have
numbers
that
and stuff?
the
Yeah,
blank
transit. Yeah,
check and has the transit numbers. For international, you need a SWIFT code or a BANA code. And any company that deals with vendors or contractors in other countries should be familiar with this. A smaller agency or a one-man shop, they might not be and may not want to be familiar with it, which is why having a Stripe backup would be a great
Yeah.
idea. I'm not saying I'm going to go all in on using this wise, but I like
It's
saving
another option.
yeah,
2.4% of my of my fees.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Saving money is good.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sean, is there like a referral code?
yes.
We
I
can we
posted.
can we can put it in the YouTube Lunch
Yeah.
Bites description. How about that?
Save even more money
Yeah.
for you.
So the first three people who sign up for it, I get a kickback, and they each get no fees for the first $800 that they transfer.
Cool.
Cool.
I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. I'll check and I'll share that link. Thank you, Amanda. I hadn't even thought about that. I did share it with you guys in the Discord or the Slack.
I
And
know,
if anyone
but
wants to complain about the discount that they get, complain to Sean. It has nothing to do with me.
contact Sean. The website 101 podcast disavows any recommendation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. And my last one is going to be
Yeah.
really quick. The whole bank thing took longer than I expected. One thing I discovered recently when I'm using AI Claude inside VS Code is if it starts failing or being difficult, create a new chat window, rephrase your question, start again. It often fixes things. That's it.
Okay.
I wish I had that kind of patience. I didn't have that kind of patience when my kid was a toddler. Like, I would full on get in arguments with him. I will full on get in arguments with ChatGPT or GitHub Copilot or whatever it is. I wish that I had it's smart, it makes sense. I wish I had the patience to just be like, inhale, exhale, take a step away, attack it new. No, I'm like trying to like force it to accept that I am right and it doesn't know what it's talking about.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think
or
ChatGPT
the other-
5 is coming out this week, so get ready to be even more. Actually, maybe be better. Maybe be smarter and stuff.
well,
It's supposed to be really smart.
the other thing is just I lost what I was going to say. Oh yeah, you can also switch agents.
Yeah.
So because they work differently. I had one. I typically use Claude. I'm very happy with that. But the other day, Claude was just like being a bitch and not doing what I wanted or failing miserably. I switched to ChatGPT 4 point whatever, and just copy pasted my question in. Instantly, it worked. Just did exactly what I wanted. It's like, all right, you win today.
Well, I have something I wanted to talk about regarding ChatGPT, but I'm going to leave that till later if we have time. But first, I wanted to bring up something else. Do you guys remember a couple weeks ago we talked about? I brought up a thing from Nielsen Norman Group about buttons versus links.
Yes.
And I talked
yes,
about how
I
they
remember
think
you said
they
that.
should style them differently, and I said that I think that's dumb. You don't have to style them differently. You can style them whatever you want. Nobody cares. Only web developers need to know the difference between a link and a button. Anyway, go visit the previous one of our previous episodes if you want to watch my rant about that. I have another rant, also from Nielsen Norman Group today, and I'm going to actually share my screen to see if I can see if I can make this work. I always have a struggle with screen.
Sharing your screen?
Well, because when I want to switch tabs, is it going to work if I switch tabs? Does anybody know?
It depends. Are you going to share your whole screen, or are you going to share an application, or are you going to share a tab?
Here is me trying to share a window. I'm going to quickly switch tabs. You tell me if you see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, here we go.
Because you're sharing the entire browser.
Right. And it's too big, isn't it? Can I do this? Does that make it
Yeah,
better?
that's perfect.
There we go. Okay. So this is an article from Nielsen Norman Group. They're a usability expert organization, probably the foremost one, I would argue, for web. The hamburger menu icon is what it's about. Now, don't read any of this. Just, I want to ask you guys. So the hamburger menu icon is the 3 lines you often see at the top that represent the menu. You click on it, it expands. They call it a hamburger icon because it sort of looks like a hamburger layers or whatever.
Yeah.
Where on the screen do you two think that is typically found?
Conventionally, top right.
Amanda?
I agree. Typically top right, but I have sometimes seen it top left immediately beside the logo. But
Okay.
sometimes, not very frequently, but
Yeah,
feel
and I don't like it when
anywhere-
it's like that.
I don't like it, but I feel like anywhere in the header is fine.
Yes.
Okay. I agree. And I would have said, yeah, like you said, Sean, I would have said top right generally. I have seen the top left, but generally top right. This article claims, if I highlighted part of it, so I lost my thing. But there's a quote here. Here we go. Users generally understand the icon to mean categories hidden here as long as it appears in the expected spot, top left corner of the screen. In nowhere in this entire article does it even suggest that it can be found in the top right. Anyway,
That's weird. Can you resize that
it's
browser
weird.
to mobile? I want to see where their hamburger icon is.
sorry. Well, I guess I got to go to the top. Yeah, it's
Top
there,
left.
right? However, yeah, I've seen it in the top left, and I think it probably is often in the top left for apps. You know, if you're making an app for a phone, maybe, I guess. But I did some research. Here is HappyCog. That's a web development firm that we've all known and loved. And here is their icon in the top right. Tailwind. They're not using a traditional hamburger icon, but top right. Bootstrap. Top right.
I'm sensing
Indeed.
a trend.
Yeah.
Indeed. The job place, top right.
Facebook. Go to Facebook.
WordPress. You may have heard of
Yeah.
WordPress.
Maybe.
Top right. Apple. Familiar with Apple at all?
Yeah.
Top right. Anyway, that's the story. So I was just like, what? Top left. And it, like I said, the word right doesn't even appear in the article. I thought it was
Yeah.
like, I don't know what kind of messaging they're trying to give new developers. Like, I feel like people will be very confused, seeing this article and going to the web and going, wait a minute, what are all these people doing it wrong? What am I supposed
Yeah.
to be doing? Anyway, I was just
And
what is
it's like
really going on?
I said, it's conventionally on the top right, which is just borne out by all your examples of big name websites.
Yeah.
And I can't think of another website that puts it on the left. I know I've seen it. I can't think of one that does
Well,
it.
Yeah, but
And
honestly, like if you asked me to think of this reddit.com, where is it? Because I'm on Reddit all the time. Where's the subnav on the website? And it's like, where's the hamburger icon? I don't fucking know. Like,
Yeah,
I
as
would
long as
never
it's
be
at
able
top.
to tell you. I would assume it's always at the top. I would
Oh.
look at the right first and then look at the left. But it's not like you can say, I can't even think of a site that has it on the left. I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure you've encountered
I just
it.
found one.
I mean,
CBC.
there's a lot of them.
But you found it. You didn't just think of it off the top of your head.
There's a lot of them. In my research, I found like half and half probably of like if you go to
Oh,
newspaper sites, the CBC, the BBC, New York Times, those are all on the left. So I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying to suggest that that's where everyone expects it.
Yeah, that's the be all
I
and
don't know
end
that
all.
that's true.
That is the answer. Yeah, I don't know
yeah.
that.
Either top left or top right, as we said at the beginning of this bit, seems to be acceptable. And
Yeah.
and especially when it's at mobile, it's not like you have to go, your eyes need to track a long screen to go look for it. It's going to
Yeah.
be immediately
Yeah.
obvious because it's like right there in your field of view.
I think a
Well,
lot of it.
I
You go.
think most importantly is make sure you're consistent across the whole entire site.
Yeah, right.
100% consistency, very, very important.
I think a lot of it has to do with, how you want to treat the company logo, the organization logo, because sometimes when it's on the left, the hamburger icon, that means your logo has to be in the middle. And sometimes logos are designed in such a way that it doesn't quite work well when it's in the middle. You might also have other, like a super nav where you have like contact us as a thing that's outside the hamburger menu that's always visible, or a search button, for example. So
Oh,
sometimes
yeah,
when
I
you
call
have
that the
those,
utility nav. Yeah.
okay, so that could influence where you put the hamburger icon as well, because all of that is going to affect everything else, right? Placement.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anyway, they didn't
I
really
did like
mention
the
any of that.
layout. I did like the layout of the group. I forget what they're called. But yeah, I mean, it's at the top. I think that's
Yeah, just put it
winner.
at the top somewhere, right? Because like you
Yeah.
said, Sean, it's a narrow screen. You don't have to dig around for it, really.
Yeah.
So that's one of my rants. That's my only rant today, actually. Regarding the AI, the other thing I was gonna do a live demo of something with ChatGPT because as I was telling you guys, I think in our chat earlier, one of the best tips I have for people who use ChatGPT a lot, and especially the problem you just mentioned, Sean, where you said, I tell it to do something, it doesn't know what I mean, and I open a new window and tell it again or whatever. I think a good tip for that is to ask AI if it knows what you're talking about. So
Oh, yeah,
like
I saw
give
you
it,
post that in
yeah,
Slack.
give it a task, tell it what you want it to do, and then repeat back to me in your words what you think I want you to do. And often the AI will give you a much more like coherent version of what you just said. And you kind of go, oh yeah, that's right. That's a better way to say it. Now I know that we're on the same wavelength. Or it will go like give you something gibberish, not gibberish, but like some instructions that are not at all what you meant. And you can go, no. And you reword it
Clarify.
accordingly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I was going to do that. Should we do like a live demo of that and see how it goes?
Sure.
Sure.
Let's do a little thing here. Here's ChatGPT. So like somebody give me a task that you might get it to do for web development. And I'll try to phrase it just generally the way people might use ChatGPT.
I need a new blog page with pagination and categories. I just want the landing page, not the entire main entry, just the landing page with, say, 12 per page and pagination
Okay.
with categories.
Okay, now let me see if I can interpret what you just said because I don't remember word for word. I'll just say it. I have a microphone here, so give me the code for a blog page in HTML. It should have categories and pagination and display 12 entries per page. Something like that.
Yep.
Now I'm going to say, before you do this, repeat back to me what you think I'm asking you to do so that I know you understand. Okay, let's see what happens here. I don't know how well this is going to go. Let's just try. Okay, here's what I understand from your request. You want me to create HTML code for blog page that includes blog entries displayed in a paginated format, 12 per page, categories section where blog posts can be grouped or filtered by category. You're specifically asking for HTML code, not necessarily the full backend logic or a working database implementation. You'd like to start by writing my understanding of the request
Wow.
before. All right. You
I
don't
think you
need that
nailed
step.
it.
Is that accurate? So you see how, like, it would have been better for me to write all this, right? This is a smarter way to give it my instruction, but I don't want to bother doing all this. So I find this is a really good way to say, now I know, okay, yeah, you get what I'm doing here.
I
Right?
really like this response that it gave you. And then it also asks, do you want to use JavaScript for pagination, blah, 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 with mock data? Like,
Yeah.
now you're getting into like more collaboration with the AI agent because it's asking for, if it can do additional work for you. Like
Yeah.
things
Although
that maybe you hadn't fully thought out yet. This is a really interesting approach.
But I will say that this part here where it says, do you want me this? I find that ChatGPT has a habit of always asking you if you want more. It's always trying to get you to keep going. It never says, okay, there you go. Goodbye. Have a
Trying to
good
get
day.
you hooked.
Yeah,
Trying to get
it's
you
always like, do you
dependent.
want me to do this? Do you want this too? And all that kind of stuff. So anyway, but
It's
yeah,
such a
I think that's really great.
sycophant.
So it's a great, just if you're ever going through your AI and you're like, I don't know if it's going to get this, it's a complex thing, ask it to repeat it back to you and maybe it'll help. That's my
I'm going to try that
pro
out
tip.
myself.
Yeah, I find it
I
really
would
helpful.
love to see how it works with like a really specific tech obscure lingo.
Yeah, like with
Do you have
lots
a
of
task that we
syntax
could
and stuff.
try out, Amanda?
No, I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I had to talk about.
Cool.
Neat.
Amanda,
So
did
what do
you
we
have anything to share?
Yeah, Amanda, you didn't share anything yet.
So, for those who don't know, Sean goes on long, long walks around the city and takes these amazing pictures. And then he
Thank you.
shares them with us on the Slack channel, which is great. But Sean, it's just the Slack channel. Do you do anything else with these pictures that you take? Have you thought about submitting them on like Pexels or any other like image sharing royalty free sites and building a following in that regard as well?
I have not thought about doing stock photos. I do share on a number of different social networks for photography related. So like Vero, Instagram, Threads is actually really popular with photography. And I have a photography website.
Do you
I
have
do-
like a general photography website, or is that just the TTC station project?
No, it's sean-smith.net. It's just a photo blog. I post a photo a day, and I got a couple articles that I wrote up there.
Cool.
I have thought about ways to commercialize. I don't feel that I'm quite at the skill level to be good enough for stock photography, and I am actually more interested in potentially selling prints in the future.
That's cool. No, I was just curious, and
No, I
even if it's
appreciate
like
that.
even if it's like free stock photography, just to like get awareness of you and your name out there. I was just wondering if it was something you already did or something you thought of or had any
It's
interest
something
or care.
I have been running in the back of my head more of as a retirement plan to make a little bit of money on the side because I mean I do like the photography and I just when I'm done working I don't want to sit in front of my computer more than I have to. So that's why I'm not putting the time into figuring everything out right now. But yeah, these are great questions.
Yeah, and they are good photos. You shared some the other day from Caravana, was it that you went to? Caravana?
Yeah,
Which
actually,
is a
I just
festival here in Toronto.
this morning I just finished editing my Caravana pictures and I shared about 25 or so of them on Instagram and Vero just before we started this recording.
Yeah, those ones are great because they're very colorful and
Oh
striking
yeah,
pictures.
I've lived in Toronto for 14 years now, 15 years, and this is the first time I went to Caravana. Every year
I've
I
never
would
been.
either forget about it or something would got in the way and I just couldn't go. And this year I finally made it. It was lots of fun. Expensive to get into there's a free area, but I went with a group and we went into the general admission where you get access to number of different things. Expensive, but I think it was worth it for one time.
Did they have like food there, Caribbean food and stuff? Or
Yeah, there was some
Probably.
food stalls and whatever. But I was so busy taking pictures and just like looking at everything. I forgot to eat until I was exhausted. And then I stopped at the first food shop and ordered this like chicken burger that was absolutely terrible. I should have went to the food stall that had a massive line. I just didn't want to wait. I was so hungry. The one with no line versus the one with a line.
It tells you. So to jump on more Toronto events, I heard that the CNE was getting crazy expensive as well.
Oh, really?
oh yeah.
Yeah. I haven't heard like any specific numbers. I saw a headline that was saying, I think that it was like, because they're trying to sell some like, they're trying to upsell it and they're trying to do like VIP packages and it gets you this and this and that. But it's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And it was like,
That's insane.
does anybody like it's already $40 to park. It's already whatever the admission is, and then you whatever, and then you have to pay extra for the tickets, and then you have to pay extra for the food, and then you have to pay extra if you want to play any games, and then you have to like, it is seriously like it's.
Oh,
I don't
for
even want to go anymore.
for a family with kids
Yeah,
and
for-
stuff, and you
Oh,
have to
God.
put the kids on a ride, it's going to be crazy expensive. Even if you go
Yeah,
on I think it's Monday to Thursday after 5 o'clock. Traditionally, they've had cheap entrance, and that's when I go. I go every year just to walk around, do photography, and so
Yeah.
I pay like $10 or $12, and that's it. I don't do any rides because I'm just there to do pictures. But I did take my kids a couple of times when they were younger, and it gets really expensive, and
It
it was
really
a
does.
lot cheaper then.
yeah. When we have gone in the past, we'll go. Here's a tip for everyone. We go like early Saturday morning, like between 9 and 10, because nobody wants to be up that early. So it's you and other families, and you've got room, and you can walk around, and then you go get lunch in the food building, and then you like maybe hit one more ride or get some popcorn on your way out, and you're done by 1 o'clock, and that's when it starts to like really get busy, and there's a lot of people, and
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
smart.
Oh, and for listeners who do not know what the CNE is, it's the Canadian National Exhibition. It's a traveling fair. Basically, it's an amusement park with traditional carny games and stuff like that. Spends 2 weeks in a number of cities. I went to it in Winnipeg every year when I was growing up, and I know it hits a lot of different communities across the country and even goes into the States too, I think.
yeah. Well, I think I mean, it's not just like the amusement park rides. Like it's kind of like a fall fair because they have like competitions, like food competitions and canning competitions and crafting competitions
And music
the animals,
performances and
music performances. They've got like the super wonder dogs that'll run through the race course and do the fun tricks and stuff.
Oh, fun
and
fact, I made the
horses and
website for Superdogs
cows
back in the
and-
day.
Sorry, what?
I made the website for Superdogs back in the day
There you go.
when I worked at
So,
an
yeah.
agency.
Lots of stuff happens at the CNE, but you got to like pay for all of it.
Yeah, I think I've been there once maybe in my whole life. And you know,
If you want like amusement park rides, Canada's Wonderland more expensive but better rides because they're permanent installs. But if you want the whole carnival experience with games and shows and stuff, the CNE also it's cheaper, but it gets more expensive the more you do because there's just
Yeah.
so many different things.
Well, and also at Canada's Wonderland, like you just pay to get in and then you can go on all the rides, right?
Yes, as far as I know.
Yeah. So at the CNE, like I said, you got to buy tickets or pay even more to get like an unlimited wristband.
Yeah.
right. That's how they get you.
That's how they get you.
Okay, should we wrap it up there? It's almost
I think so, friends.
noon.
Yeah, this
All
was
right.
great.
Yeah, great talking to you guys. And everyone, check out the podcast feed because it's coming up. It's going to be probably September. I think we're going to drop an episode.
I think
I
that's
assume.
cool.
Let's hope so.
We will. We're going to do it. I'm going to make it happen.
I like
All
it.
right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.